The only one who gets to decide your worth is you. It doesn't come from your bank account or the number of friends you have. It doesn't come from what someone else says you're worth. It is called self-worth for a reason. It comes from you. It comes from being yourself and being proud of who you are. It comes from someone that you can count on and someone you love. The numbers will change with time, but what won't change is who you are deep inside. Beautiful, limitless, wonderful, creative, strong, capable. And that is where your worth comes from. Today we are going to talk about self-worth. Hi, I'm Alpana Dev and you are listening to Mother's Gurukul podcast. This is the second episode in the series Happy Mind, Happy Life. The two biggest fears people have is a dilemma about self-worth and being good enough dilemma. NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, says that people often come to seek help when they face the two biggest fears, self-worth and GE dilemma, good enough dilemma. We often use the word self-value interchangeably. Self-worth and self-value are two related terms that are used interchangeably. Having a sense of self-worth means that you value yourself, and having a sense of self-value means that you are worthy. The differences between the two are minimal enough that both terms can be used to describe the same general concept. How you feel about yourself, how you see yourself, and how you feel about yourself compared to others. People often get confused between self-worth and self-esteem. But self-worth, it comes first. And it is essential and crucial when we talk about mental health. Why? Because when someone is having low self-worth, then they will always compare themselves with others. They still see themselves as less worthy than others. With time, this feeling becomes permanent for them. How much they talk about themselves externally, more than that, they talk about themselves internally. The language they use while talking about themselves become their belief about their low self-love and low self-esteem. Self-worth may not have discussed extensively compared to self-esteem, but that doesn't mean that it is less important. Self-worth is at the core of our very selves, our thoughts, feelings, and behavior. So, how to increase self-worth? Let us talk about that today. But before that, let's see what do people having high self-worth think about themselves. Self-worth means self-love. If you see yourself worthy, then you love yourself. Your self-esteem. You do not compare yourself with others. You're happy with yourself. You trust your instincts. You have confidence in your potential. And with this positivity, you move forward in life and make the right decisions. The consequences of low self-worth can be huge. Depression, anxiety, unhealthy competition, self-judgment, self-criticism, tolerating unfair treatment from others because you don't see anything good in yourself. These are few of the consequences. Now just imagine if someone has to live with these. How scary can their mental health be? Let's talk about what we can do to increase self-worth. Things that people with high self-worth think are the thoughts anyone can have to increase their self-worth. Now, for this part of the episode, I would request you to close your eyes if you want. No matters what I have done or haven't done, I am worthy of love. When we make some mistake, we feel upset or sometimes embarrassed. People with high self-worth take responsibility for their mistakes. They do not feel inferior for making those mistakes. They are ready to improve. Mistakes, setbacks, they do not stop their growth because they are never shy away from being responsible. Praises, flattery words are not the parameters to judge the performance or success. We all like praises. We feel good when someone comes and tells us how perfectly we have done our job. But what if no one says such words to us? Should we feel inadequate or demotivated or discouraged? No, not at all. People with high self-worth are not dependent on others. They are not dependent on others praising them. They are self-motivated and self-driven. External looks do not define me. That's what people with high self-worth say. Our clothes, accessories, and our assets. Are these our real possessions? Do they decide our value or worth? No, they are external things. They should not become a part of our identity. A person who honors their worthiness does not attach tangible objects to their identity. In the absence of these things, their worthiness will not be affected. It's okay to feel the way I think. Sometimes we feel bad because we overreacted or got angry without any reason. But that's okay. We all have emotions and they come out. People with strong self-worth take responsibility for their emotions without feeling guilty about them. FOMO does not bother them. Fear of missing out is not a big deal for people who know the importance of self-worth. They don't feel scared with the thought of being alone. They do like others' company, but occasionally if they have to live with themselves, that's fine for them. They know who to invite in their lives and who not to. They're aware of the side effects of having negative people in their lives. They value quality over quantity. They are satisfied and happy souls. They don't question their decisions or actions. They love what they do and they do what they love. And this ease gives them satisfaction and happiness, which lacks in people having low self-worth. They don't take judgments personally. If someone judges them, they do not feel inferior, but they know that they are being judged because a part of them reflects the other person, which he or she cannot accept. They keep such challenges aside and keep moving towards their chosen path of growth and development. Their gratitude jar is always filled. People with strong self-worth always have something or other to be thankful for. These people appreciate the small and big gifts of life and express appreciation whenever and wherever they can. They are learners. Every day they learn something new. They want to see a better version of themselves. They enjoy the process of learning, and at any moment they realize that they have the power to change their own story. Rewrite your core beliefs. We all encounter such moments when we become self-judgmental. So in those weak moments, how to keep our spirits high? How can we cultivate self-worth and self-value? By writing them down. To discover your core belief, we need to pay attention to the little voice inside our head. What does it chatter about during the day? What fears emerge? What unhealthy pattern of behavior do you keep repeating? Write your observations down in a journal. When we are talking about journals, so journaling is another thing that people with high self-worth do. When we write something, it has a double effect. Someone gets imprinted in our mind. Remember how we used to take notes in college? It used to be more effective and powerful in remembering things for later use than just listening to the lecture. Stop pleasing others. Replace it with self-care. We are social beings, so naturally we get influenced by people around us. Sometimes we end up doing things that we don't want to do, but we do it just to please others. So here is the thing. Every time you do something for others, do something for yourself too. It can be as simple as making a hot cup of tea or coffee. By doing this, you will feel the joy of self-care and self-pampering. And last but not the least, how others see you do not decide your self-worth. Stop making others a yardstick to benchmark your performance. Or what others see in you has nothing to do with what you feel about yourself. Others might see you as a pleased and cheerful person because they experience you that way when they meet you. But inside, you feel sad, miserable, and alone. The language you use to define your internal state is the main parameter to decide self-worth. Positive internal languages, higher will be the self-worth. Always remember, you alone are the most significant factor in how you feel about yourself, about your life, and your circumstances. And that is where your power comes from. However, it may not be easy for someone with low self-worth. It is a process that involves genuine efforts. So let's get real and accept the fact that we are only human. We make mistakes, we have flaws and have personal struggles. Only then we will be able to build strong self-worth. Now you can open your eyes, and I feel and I hope that you must be feeling uplifted, and you will definitely give it a thought about what we have talked in this episode on the topic of self-worth. So if you like today's episode, don't forget to check out other episodes on Mother's Gurukul podcast. If this is your first time ever listening to Mother's Gurukul podcast, then welcome. I know I have a lot of new listeners, and I thank all of you for your love and support. If you have not already, please leave your rating and review wherever you are listening this show. Your reviews will help the show grow and reach more people. If you have any suggestions or feedback on how I can make this channel more entertaining, or if you have any ideas that you would like me to talk about on this show, please feel free to reach out to me through my social media handles. Alpana_Dev on Twitter, Alpana Bapat on Instagram, and Mother's Gurukul on Facebook. You can also email me at mothersgurukulpodcast@gmail.com. So this was the second episode of our series, and we talked about self-worth. I'll see you soon with another interesting and powerful episode. Till then, stay blessed, stay happy. Bye-bye.